guys, I'm doing this mini review of the guitar. Many remember it, and many have shown interest. Actually, I will briefly explain what this is all about. This is already the second version. The first one, as you remember, turned out to be unsuccessful, a sort of test sample, and so it was necessary to redo everything from the beginning, taking into account the mistakes that were identified the first time. What do we have here? I don't know. There's such light here. It's basically not bad. It seems like the focus is about to be adjusted. Let's hope so. Yes, there it is, visible. It turns out to be from the inlay. This is a mantra. More precisely, it's a mandala. Here it is. This composite wood was specially made to order. It looks like marble. Green in color. We poured it here. Of course, the camera won't capture all the depth, but this symbol has such oceanic depth and profound meaning and significance. Here, actually, we poured epoxy resin over all this jewelry-like stuff. So, here we have a self-made guitar. You can see that it is made of mahogany, and on top there is a wavy pear wood top. You can see the wave pattern. Here are symbols and numbers that represent the Fibonacci sequence for those who are in the know. Next, there is the flower of life, which was also filled with a jewel-like resin and luminescent material, so it glows in the dark. There's also a color machine with a built-in block, which is a really cool thing, but I won't go into detail about it. These are just some nuances for guitarists. Here is the kill switch, the pickup selector, the pickups themselves. And then we have the neck, with bronze frets that are yellow and beautiful. Next, the inlays are also made from specially ordered wood and mother of pearl. So, let me try to carefully and precisely focus on that now. But everything is very, it doesn't show on camera. Everything, in short, shines in a cosmic way. Here, of course, the full depth is not conveyed. Here, it turns out like this. These chakras run along the neck. Here, like this, and on top, there's also the inlay with the name of the guitar, mantra. As for the tuners, these are robo-tuners. They automatically adjust themselves. I'll quickly show you how it works. I press a button on the back, run my hand along the instrument, and they sort of unscrew themselves and tune the guitar, and then they turn off by themselves. There is also an additional compartment specifically designed to hold batteries on the back of the guitar in order to power all the lights on the guitar efficiently and effectively. I will now show you what lights up there. Here is the number P. And here is the block with 3 switches. I will turn on all 3 right away and show you what happened. Here, it is certainly bright, but in general, the inscription, the sand nest logo, is illuminated here. It glows very well in the dark. Next, it's hard to see here because of the light. It's dark right now. But there are, in short, stars appearing inside this flower of life, glowing in ultraviolet. The OM symbol is on the back. All of this is controlled by 3 zones, meaning you can turn everything on. By the way, the tuners, they didn't get tuned there. Here they are. Can't catch it because the guitar is currently in a bad position. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. In short. So you can actually turn on these zones individually. Now I will basically turn it off. Essentially, in general, that's about it. Generally speaking, that's all there is to it. Here, there was a lot of work, but in the end, everything turned out quite well. There are minor adjustments. We will refine it and in principle leave it as it is.
I want to share the very interesting story of the creation. A guy came to us and said he wanted to inlay his Ibanez S first thing in the early morning. Indeed, and when we started reviewing the entire project, we took the Ibanez F, and the unique feature of this model is that its top surface has a parabolic shape. Inlaying it with mother of pearl is quite a challenging task, because it is not flat. Like on a Telecaster or a Strat, where you can simply cut out a piece and fill it with mother of pearl. It would be much easier on such a guitar design. On the Ibanez S, since it is parabolic, it was necessary to take these height variations into account. And we discussed for a long time. I modeled the Esca. He gave me his Prestige series guitar. He lent it to me. I modeled it. And we thought for a long time about whether to add this element to it. We came to the conclusion, he says, let's bomb a new instrument. That's good, okay. We started. He wanted to design a new instrument, meaning he wanted it to be a stop. And he wanted it to be made of mahogany. He didn't like working with Floyd, because Floyd, specific mechanics. He said, I often have a problem with changing strings, and if a string breaks during a concert, how will I change it? We then started to think. I said, what if we take a Kaler, because a Kaler is, in this regard, it allows for string replacement. And in general, the settings and operation of this mechanism are, of course, simpler than those of the Floyd. So he says, okay, let's make the instrument with a Kaler. We went further, and he says, damn, what about the replacement and quick tuning? And then, by the way, back in those years, these little things were just a novelty, meaning they had just appeared. And he says, let's make it with the motokolkas. And okay, motokalki. Then he actually decided to install a sustainer from Fernandez there. That is, the design for this instrument was supposed to include a sustainer from Fernandez, but we fought to preserve the integrity of the wood body. The Fernandez sustainer board is quite large, and placing the Fernandez tone block in the compact narrow body of the Esquif was not very easy. Therefore, we decided to abandon this idea. He selected a Titan set. These are very good sensors. Everything was supposed to be in gold. This is how we designed it. But then the shape changed. We moved away from the Ibanez S. He drew his own shape, added the length of the horns, and included this little tooth at the back. This element at the bottom was added, as well as this font. We worked on this font for 3 months. In short, it is a very, very long process. When we started on this concept, I shared the stages in our group, working on the guitars, and personally it all seemed to me very, well, not harmonious with the type of guitars I was used to, that is, with the style of guitars I was accustomed to. But when we started making these elements, by the way, guys, take a look at this. This is our first attempt with stabilized wood. We specifically ordered from the workshop that makes this wood. We ordered these colors to stabilize the wood. These colors specifically for this project. In other words, we selected this material specifically for this project. This was the first attempt at inlaying using stabilized wood. So, when I shared a photo of this inlay in the dialogues, literally a couple of weeks later, Volodya from Miami reached out to me. A highly skilled designer who works with bands such as System of a Down, Kiss, and other iconic groups. Volodya reached out to me and said, listen, you're doing great. Let's try to work together. Thanks to the groundbreaking innovations we used on this musical instrument, and the fact that I shared my thoughts, insights, and perspectives, and work on Facebook, people noticed me. Thanks to Volodya, we had the opportunity to participate in the creation of a bass guitar for Shavo Odagian, from System of a Down. We created an inlay of a cross made from first-grade wood on the neck. This project is very significant, a transformative one in my creativity, a turning point. I have already reached a certain level, and with this instrument, I have attained the next step, the next level of mastery. I do not want to stop at what I have achieved. I want to experiment. I want to move forward. I want new instruments and interesting works. ATT High Guitar. The guitar is expertly crafted from the main body. This is indeed mahogany. The neck is mahogany. The fingerboard is made of even a signature wood. A quilted piece. of maple is glued to the headstock. That is, the maple, this thickness that you see, is the thickness of the maple. That is, he wraps the neck thoroughly, he additionally develops its thickness, and he also creates an artistic design for the headstock. Here we have a park-nized inscription that stands out. The girls are resting, crowned with the name of the instrument. This name of the instrument, a mantra, is made of natural mother of pearl with a black wood inlay. So, the inlay, as I mentioned, is made from stabilized wood with mother of pearl. The lighter line you see is natural mother of pearl. All of this was milled and integrated into the black wood. So, as I said, we have mahogany, and the top is made of maple. So, for the hardware, we specifically have a color on the bridge, and the collection of DiMarzio Titan pickups in a gold casing. So this element was created in collaboration with the renowned and highly skilled Foxy Studio, which is well known for its expertise in working with epoxy and consistently produces stunning, beautiful, and high-quality products from this versatile material. They meticulously created this unique element specifically for the instrument, and the sophisticated electronics were expertly installed with us. I personally crafted this stabilized wood, and, by the way, the talented team at the Foxy Studio also created this intricate symbol. They skillfully performed the epoxy casting for it as well. This is truly a remarkable product of local creativity, a wonderful result of collaborative creativity that you can witness and appreciate.